everyone, today is Thursday, March 18th. The time is 12:47 p.m. and the temperature right now is 5 degrees Celsius. I'm currently walking west along the north side of O'Connor Drive. And this is Donlands Avenue I'm approaching, and the plan for this one is to walk south down Donlands Avenue to Danforth Avenue. Donlands Avenue starts just north of here at the Millwood Viaduct, and from there it crosses over the Don Valley Parkway, and I just stepped over a discarded Tim Hortons cup, and it ends to the south of here at Danforth Avenue. And there's a look at the Wally. So the first few blocks of this walk will be through the main retail strip here on Donlands. And where that beer store is, at the southwest corner, there's plans for a 7-story mixed-use building. And that would also include a purpose-built rental. It'll be neat to see if that goes in or not, as it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of new development around here. There's a lot of interesting shops, but not too much in the way of your typical chain stores. And on my way over here, I pulled up an article from BlogTO that was written in 2011. And it highlighted 8 local businesses to check out, and Select Bakery was one of them. And from what I could gather, 7 of them are still in business. And this was another one, Fight Club. And right here at Pie in the Sky Cinema, or Pie in the Sky Studios, is an old cinema. That was the Donlands Theater. And that opened up as a movie theater in the late 40s. And for a brief period in the 70s, they played Bollywood films there. I think that was one of a few theaters in Toronto that did that, another one being along Gerrard Street. And now it's currently a recording studio. I'm just waiting for a break in traffic here. Although I don't seem to be getting one. There is a crosswalk just up ahead there, so I'll just head down to that. And this place is a staple of the neighborhood, Captain John Fish and Chips. Thank you. And the reason I'm crossing over to this side is I'm heading to the street up ahead, which is where the Canadian actor John Candy's childhood home was located. I read that he would often visit the theater there when he was growing up. And he lived on Woodville Avenue. And apparently, the Canadian author Pierre Bertrand lived in one of these apartments here, right next to the theater with his family. So John Candy lived at 217. Oh, sounds like we've got some emergency vehicles rolling through. So we'll just take a quick peek at the house where John Candy lives and turn around. There's 219, so it looks like it was actually either completely renovated or torn down and rebuilt. I remember him from movies like Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Great Outdoors, Cool Runnings, Summer Rental. He was in Spaceballs and Canadian Bacon. I never did see Wagons East, but I heard that wasn't very good. This is certainly a bit of a lesser known area. Just to the west of here is Pape Village along Pape Avenue, and that's a bit more built up and well known. It's always neat to feature areas of the city that I haven't yet done before. I tried to see if there were any homes for sale along Donlands Avenue. And I only found a couple that were north of where I started this walk. And I think they were going for around 1.2 and 1.7 million. Chicken fried rice, $5.50 at Donlands Garden Chinese restaurant. To get up here, I took the 87A bus from Broadview Station. That took me to Cosburn Donlands, which is about a block south of here. There is a Donlands bus, but when I checked the frequency on that, it seemed to be about every 23 minutes or so. So I opted to take the more convenient 87 bus. There's a neat looking house. So it's entirely possible between here and Danforth Avenue that we don't even see a single 56 bus pass. And I've actually heard from someone who lives in Greektown that they're quite fond of this restaurant, the Ritz. And I think it's actually a Filipino restaurant, even though it says you'll love our T-bone steak. Unfortunately, there's still no indoor or outdoor dining in the city. And things aren't looking good for indoor dining being established as of Monday. Despite saying not too long ago that the mayor wanted to see everything opened up under the red zone restrictions as soon as possible, they've kind of walked back those statements and are now saying they want to keep the current restrictions in place and add outdoor dining to it. That's definitely a big blow to restaurants and bars that we're hoping to have indoor customers, as well as hair salons and gyms and that sort of thing. Here's the East York Rotary Commons. So this is Cosburn, in between O'Connor and Danforth. I think this is the most major east to west route across East York. And there is Holy Cross Church. And I think this would be the neighboring Holy Cross Catholic School right next to it. So I think from here on, pretty much all the way to Danforth, it's kind of this mishmash of low-rise and mid-rise residential developments and some random retail along the way. It's not a particularly aesthetically pleasing neighborhood. And there's a 56A East Side bus, and that'll be going all the way up to Eglinton Station. And that's where I live. I wonder if I could take that all the way home quicker than taking the subway to Yonge and Bloor and transferring north. I'd have to think probably not. And apparently there's a library down Memorial Park Avenue here. At least according to that sign. There's an old school looking variety store. So I couldn't find any homes along here that were for sale, and I also couldn't find any historical or heritage properties. So I think this area is just too new to have any historically significant buildings. Although who knows, maybe someday this little row of homes here will be deemed to have some kind of heritage value. Seems unlikely, but you never know. And this is Mortimer Avenue. So I think this entire stretch of Donlands I'm covering is about 1.7 kilometers. Best Way Cleaners. Whenever you see a dry cleaner, there's basically two kinds. There are the dry cleaners that do all their cleaning work in store, and then there's the ones that send it off to a centralized depot to be cleaned. And it says same day service there, and it's quite large, so I would guess that's one of the ones that does it themselves. And places like that might even take other dry cleaners' work in. I at least knew of a few different operations that work like that. A lot of the east side of the city looks and feels kind of like this. When I woke up this morning, I was kind of looking for a walk on the east side to do. I was considering Woodbine or Greenwood. But when I did my Pape Village walk about a month and a half ago, I was also considering this area at the same time. Oh, there's a building with a lot of solar panels on the roof. And I also saw on the way over here that Ken had recently done a video through here from the Ken Continuum, which is another Toronto walking channel, so he beat me to it. There's an old CRT TV with a really old iMac. And a Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. Right next to a records, collectibles, comics, and toy shop. At least they can finally have in-store customers right now. That's not the kind of place that would do too well otherwise. Although they probably sell a lot of their stuff online as well. Oh, there's a whole little block of commercial shops. Let's just cross over here. It's kind of a neat statue they have in front of the store. I want this Jeep to think I'm waiting to cross there, though. And that off in the distance is Danforth Avenue. And just to the west on Danforth would be Greektown. So if you don't mind a good 15-20 minute hike or waiting for an infrequent bus, living in this area without a car wouldn't be so bad. There's some work going on in front of those properties. And what are probably some condo townhomes that have just gone in. It's probably a lot easier for real estate agents to market the properties on the south end of Donlands, as you're rather close walking distance to the subway station. The corner shop. And St. Jimmy's Coffee, which does not appear to be open. Someone's throwing out an old foosball table. I haven't seen a 56 bus in a while. I'm not sure if we've seen one going southbound yet. There's Baltic Avenue. So I'd imagine they probably market these properties as being in Greektown. And there, I believe that's Wilkinson Junior Public School. And I think that building goes back to 1915. There's another really large school behind it off in the distance. And since this video will be clocking in on the shorter side, I think I'll just turn right at Danforth here and head over to Pape Station. There's a Greek Orthodox church. Metamorphosis. Here's Donlands Station. Just wave thank you to that driver. And that station sits on line 2. And that opened back in 1966. Bon Bon Coffee Shop. So this is Danforth Avenue. There's the Only Cafe. Given the time and that I haven't eaten lunch, I'm getting kind of hungry. And there's Square Boy hamburgers. Although I ordered from Rudy last night, so I did have hamburgers recently. There's also an A&W at Pape and Danforth. Just kind of debating now in my head if I should scoop something up or just head all the way home and figure out what to eat when I get there. And there is Jones Avenue. I recorded a few videos along Jones recently, one walking down, and then I turned around and did another one going back up Jones. And you can find the original attempt on my second channel, Johnny Stumbles. I had a problem with the audio on that. And this place is a staple of the neighborhood, and it's been sold and closed recently. Motorama. Here's a look down Jones. That'll go to Queen Street East in the Leslieville neighborhood. There's a lot of vacant storefronts and for lease signs in this neighborhood. And I forgot to mention, but this is the sign that welcomes you into Greektown from the other side. $5.50. Small, one topping and one can of pop. Yeah, I don't know if Papa John's does buy the slice. I don't think they do. They're a lot like Domino's in that sense. And this is Woodcrest Avenue. So Pape is coming up. And this is the problem when you don't have indoor dining. When I grab some food and just kind of stand on the sidewalk and eat it.
There's also a place
the Tibet shop. All right, what I think I'll do then is grab a quick bite, maybe just a Buddy Burger from A&W, which is a tiny sized hamburger. It's under $3, and that'll get me by until I get back to Midtown. I'll just stay on the left of this guy. So here's Pape Avenue. All right, I hope you enjoyed this walk down Donlands Avenue. All the way to Pape and Danforth. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there will be a link to my Patreon in the description. You can also check out channel memberships on the channel's YouTube page itself. And I do have an Instagram account if you're interested. All right, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.